Hey everyone, and welcome back for episode 19 of He Said, She Said. I'm your host, Eric.
And I'm Sierra.
And this week, we're going to be talking about our Vegas trip. We're going to kind of make it a quick episode, just to fill it in so it's not too far in the past about our trip here. And then make sure y'all tune in next week for our episode about conspiracies.
Yep, can't wait for that one.
Yep, next week we're going to do The Grass is Greener, right?
Yep,
all about the farmland and land buy-up. So that'll be a really interesting episode.
Mm-hmm.
So getting into this Vegas, we went for our anniversary, August 12th through 19th.
Yep.
And, if you stay up to date with the show, you know that we originally planned to go to Yellowstone, but the flooding happened and we changed to Vegas, and lo and behold, Vegas had 2 weeks of heavy flooding.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it looked awful from the pictures,
did.
but, all the residents, a lot of the people that were there said, it was bad for like a few hours and then it looked like it never flooded.
Which is crazy because those videos looked like a freaking tsunami hit.
Yeah, there was water coming into the casinos. The roof was leaking.
But it seriously looked like nothing happened. And it happened Thursday night. And we flew Friday.
Yep.
It was wild.
Yeah. So, the start of our trip, we did get delayed, like an hour and a half or so in Austin?
I was going to say, let's start leaving. And because this was my first time being away from Alaric for more than 2 nights. Because we've went to Dallas twice since he's been born. And
those were just 2-day trips, though. Or 2-night
2 nights. And, Dallas is only 5 hours away.
No, not even. 3.5, 4 hours.
Oh, okay. So, not far. Definitely driving distance. If anything happens, we can just jet back. But, yeah, so that was a lot. I was so nervous and stressed. I legit had stress hives on my shoulders the entire week.
Yep.
It was super embarrassing, but I couldn't do anything.
It was barely noticeable.
Yeah, and obviously, those people don't know me, and, they're never going to see me again. But, to me, it was noticeable.
Yeah.
Gosh, they were itchy, too, so, of course, they were noticeable. But, so, starting out, that was my first time being away from Alaric that long.
Mm-hmm.
He did not care one bit. When we were leaving, I was crying, and he was like, I'm good. I'm going upstairs with Aaron.
We set it up that way. He didn't watch us leave or anything like that. But, when we got back, he still would rather be with Pop than come see Mom and Dad.
Yeah, that was wild. But, so the whole way to the airport, I was like, we shouldn't go. We should go back. We should go back.
Yeah, I was about to get on the plane by myself.
Yeah, and then when we got to the airport, I was one of those people that acted like I'd never flown before. Because I was just in a fog. Eric had already finished checking in and getting his bag tags and stuff, and I was still
trying to scan her boarding pass at the kiosk, and I was like, that's not what that's
he's
for.
Like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. So it was kind of a mess, but and then were we delayed in Houston?
No, we weren't delayed in Houston.
We were delayed in Houston.
It was Austin.
No, babe, we were delayed 30 minutes in Houston. Remember, you came out of the bathroom and we were delayed.
Oh, no. So Houston, it was that funky thing. Remember, we were delayed 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But
we didn't plane change.
No. In Houston.
Yeah.
We were delayed 45 minutes. Yeah. But then they moved it back to the normal time.
Yeah, and they didn't tell us.
Yeah. No notifications were sent or anything like that. But so it's our original time was 4:15. They moved it to about 5 o'clock, 4:50. And then we're in the line going through TSA, and they moved it back to 4:15. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah,
so that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But then we weren't getting off the plane in Austin.
Right.
The plane that we were on was going from Houston to Austin and then Austin to Vegas. So we were just going to stay on because it was, a 30-minute layover?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a really short layover, and obviously, weather's still bad in Vegas.
Yeah.
So it ended up being about an hour and a half layover.
Yeah. So we got off the plane, walked around Austin. I decided just from the airport, I want to move to Austin.
Yeah, when Sierra is, done and ready with school, wants to open up shop, she's like, we're going to Austin.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. I feel like I will have so much business in Austin.
Oh, yeah. Just the airport was mad hippie vibes for sure.
Yep. They had a company that said, keep Austin weird.
Yeah.
That's right up my alley. So,
Yep.
but yeah.
So we ended up getting into Vegas, like 9 o'clock or so?
Yeah, about 9:30, I think. And then
did the Uber. We went to our hotel.
Yeah.
We stayed at a Hilton Grand Vacations.
Yeah. Honestly, I loved where we stayed.
Yeah, so the hotel was nice. It was one that didn't have a casino, so, kind of family oriented.
Yeah, that was the other thing that was killing me. There were so many babies around.
Yeah, a lot of kids.
And I was like, what? Why is there so many kids in Vegas?
Yeah.
There was a ton of kids.
Oh, yeah. But the hotel itself was like literally in the middle between, your main Vegas strip, the Luxor, Mandalay Bay where it starts, and Fremont Street. Like, we were like smack dab in the middle. We were 3 miles whichever way.
Yeah, that was pretty convenient.
And bad at the same time.
And bad because we thought we had it like perfect.
Yeah.
We thought we could do it. We thought I could do it.
Yeah, but we'll get into that.
But and so we were pretty close to the Strat too. Probably what, 2 blocks?
Yeah, maybe a half mile to the Strat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got to the hotel, got settled, and then we ran out. We got food. We just walked to Subway.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was awful.
We weren't into anything fancy.
We were just starving at that point.
Oh yeah, because we were late and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to Subway, and that Subway was just awful.
It was weird.
It was a legit Subway.
Yeah.
I couldn't use my Subway app, my Subway reward. So oh no, we don't take that.
So dumb.
And after we ate, we walked over to a dispensary called Cookies.
Didn't waste any time.
No, we wanted to check it out. Never been to anything like that before.
Yeah.
When in Vegas, right?
Dude, that was so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
So we walk in, and
you have to show your IDs to walk in.
Yep, and the girl there, she was baked. The girl scanning in our IDs.
Yeah.
But there was a security guard at the front door that has to let you in. They must have cameras because we didn't even knock. We were just looking around, how do we get in?
Oh yeah,
because there was no doorknob.
No, and there's no doorknob, and the front door is blacked out.
Yeah,
you can't see in.
It's so bizarre. And he pops the door open and he's like, "Hey, you guys want to come in?" And we're like, "Whoa."
Yeah, it was a little weird.
And so then there was that guy, then the girl that scanned our IDs who was visibly high, and then another security guard that let us in the actual store.
Yeah.
So then we're walking around, and they had pre-rolls, they had edibles, they had vape pens, all of that.
It was a dispensary, right? I mean,
yeah. So everything
you hear about them, and
yeah. They even had drinks, which I'd never heard of that before.
Oh yeah, they did.
That was weird, but they weren't very strong. They weren't very high. What's the word?
Content.
Yeah, high content. But so it is legal there in Nevada, which I kind of find funny that they let out of state IDs buy it.
Well, it's legal for recreational use, so
yeah. But so anyways, the girl helped us. She was super nice and chill, and she's like, this pen you can see basically when you're running out, but it totally looked like a weed pen, like a one-hitter weed.
Really,
I
think it looked like, remember Jules? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think it looked like one of those.
I guess. But I ended up getting this other one that's a little bit less. It was more of just a mellow type.
Something to help you relax and get rid of those stress hives.
That's seriously what we said. No joke, you guys. I'm not kidding. My stress hives immediately came out.
Yeah.
And that's what we said. I just want something to relax. So then I also I had already had chocolate edibles. So I got the chocolate bar as well. But that was much different than relaxing. But so anyways, we go up to check out.
Yeah. And you got to do your IDs again when you check out.
And I don't know what I was thinking. I was, again, stressed, so stressed. And he's like, all right, show us your IDs. So I just hold it out in front of me, and he's like, ma'am, that's the wrong ID. I showed my debit card, which has a picture of our dog on the front.
I am a dog.
I was so embarrassed. And they all looked at me like, whoa, this girl's probably drunk. Who knows? And we hadn't had anything to drink.
No.
Anything. Or smoke, nothing. So I was super embarrassed. But walking down the strip, you can smoke it. And so I did, but honestly, you couldn't even smell that it was marijuana.
No.
It smelled like candy.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just like a vape pen.
Yeah. So yeah, we got that the first night. Then we just kind of went back to the hotel.
Yeah, I mean, by the time we got back to the hotel, it was 11 o'clock, give or take, and we had traveled all day. We were ready for bed. So we were like, we're going to call it an early night. And we woke up the next day. We hung out at the pool.
Yep.
So that was Saturday, the 13th.
Yep.
Hung out at the pool all day.
And honestly, so like we mentioned the hotel. So the inside of the hotel, like the lobby and everything is like super nice looking.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the little cafe downstairs, they have like pizza you can order.
Yeah.
I think they have a Starbucks in there.
Yep.
They had DVD rentals, free laundry, which was clutch.
Okay, yeah, we didn't find that out until Thursday, and I wish we had known sooner, because
we knew that they had laundry. We just thought it was like coin laundry or
like every other place.
Yeah, I mean, like debit card laundry.
We're in Vegas. Like, who's gonna think it's free?
Yeah, so we walk in
I
and
figured it'd be $5 a load.
Yep, because that's what it was in Indiana. When we went to Indiana for 3 weeks, it was $2 for wash and $4 for a dry.
Yeah.
But yeah, this free laundry. But yeah, when we went down there, we were like, where do we put the quarters? And we're like, oh my God, it's free.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so that was cool. They had a nice gym too.
Oh yeah, the gym was super nice.
Yeah.
We never used it. I was like, I'll wake up early. I'll go to the gym. Heck no, we walked so much. I was like,
we walked over.
Not going to do the gym.
We walked over 50 miles.
Yeah.
In scorching heat.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, but so the gym was nice. They even had like a little lounge with like a pool table and like theater room seating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to note, this isn't not affiliate, nothing with Hilton or anything like that. It's just I get Hilton points because that's where I like to stay for work.
Yeah.
So we used them for the hotel. I will say, going again, if me and the family go, we're probably just going to get one on the Strip, like, the Mirage, the Bellagio, something like that.
Just
closer
honestly,
to everything. And
cheap.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you can get a room for, $100 a night.
Yeah.
And that's not terrible for a Vegas room.
Yeah. But I liked where we stayed. It was quiet. That was what was nice to me. Like, the street was quiet. Like, because we kind of, I feel like we did Vegas a little backwards.
We did.
We walked a lot during the day, but we had this, we'll get to that later too, why we did that.
Yeah.
But so we walked a lot during the day, and then we were pretty much pooped by the end of the night. So we would be leaving, like, right when people even thought about going out. So...
Yeah, like I said, the first day we were at the pool all day. You were relaxing. I was working on the podcast.
Yeah, Eric can't relax.
No, I don't like sitting by the pool and tanning. No, that's just not me.
I'm not doing it to tan. I'm doing it to relax.
That's not relaxing to me.
Well...
That's stressful. I can't sit there and do nothing.
I don't know how, because I'm the one with ADHD. Like, how can I sit there?
Yeah.
But, yeah...
So we did that, and then
but I did want to say, like, I don't know if the rooms were, like, the greatest. They weren't bad, but...
At the hotel we stayed at? Okay, so I thought we had the room up, like the next level up, but we didn't. It was just the standard studio.
Which I'm not complaining about the size. I don't know.
I didn't think it was bad.
I don't think it was bad either, but I'm not, like...
I would say it was average, maybe a little above average. There's much worse on the Strip.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I figured there'd be way nicer ones.
No. Like I said, there's much worse and there's much nicer, but we were like average,
middle.
right above average. Yeah.
This was my first time going to Vegas, too.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So then after the pool, we headed off to Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
We walked.
Yeah, which wasn't terrible.
It wasn't.
Not the first, 3 days.
It was a good 3-mile walk to Planet Hollywood.
But it wasn't bad because we started that at 4 o'clock.
Well, yeah, still hot, but could have been a little bit hotter.
Yeah, and it was in the shade mostly.
Yeah. Got there, and we were going for a Chris Angel show, Mind Freak. Right, I have been trying to see him since I went the very first time when I turned 21. So me and my buddies for our 21st birthday. I've got a friend who turns 21, 11 days after me. So me and him and his dad and a buddy of his, we all went out to Vegas for our 21st. Got Mind Freak tickets when he was at the Luxor. This was back in 2012.
Dang.
And
you're so old.
Ha ha ha. And of course that show got canceled. So really upsetting. And then we went again for his sister's 21st birthday. Got our tickets for Mind Freak. And it was canceled again.
Why was it canceled?
I don't know.
That's wild.
No clue.
Huh.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is maybe he was filming for his TV show.
Oh. But yeah, so on the way there, we stopped at, when we walked, we stopped at a few places and we watched the fountain show at the Bellagio.
Yep.
And I got scared. Even though I knew it was going to happen, I just didn't think it was going to be that loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally jumped into Eric.
Yeah. So Planet Hollywood, we got there. We walked around the Miracle Mile shops, right? We went to Ocean One for dinner. You had the scallops.
Yeah, they were actually really good.
Yeah, I had the burger. I was a little disappointed with my meal. Honestly, the scallops would have been tastier, just a little small for me. Perfect.
You liked them.
I did. I really liked them, but they were probably perfect size for you,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you found out that you liked passion fruit daiquiris.
I do. I sure do.
She's obsessed with them now.
I am.
She's been trying to get the passion fruit mix at home so she can make them at home now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny,
And
but
it was crazy because they were only $3.
yeah, I mean, so Ocean One, for anybody that's interested in a budget-friendly meal, they've got like $3.50 drinks, then they've got 3 for $12 drinks, but the 3 for $12 is only one person. And then their food is decently priced. They have specials for lunch where it's $5.99, their entire lunch menu.
Until like 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah, it's from like 10 or 11 till 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really good deal there. Mm-hmm. And then they've got...
Sometimes there is a bit of a wait, though.
Yeah, but I mean, so the first time we waited, and it was quick.
Yeah. Both times we waited, it was pretty quick.
Second time we walked right in.
Yeah.
But
we went 3 times.
Yeah, they've got good breakfast deals too. So we did Ocean One for dinner, and then we walked right over to the Chris Angel show Mind Freak. We watched that finally. I was pretty happy with that.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of scared because going in, like I've never seen his show before.
Yeah, the TV show. See, I grew up watching that show.
So I had no idea what to expect, and it looks very demonic.
Okay, it does a little bit.
Like they partake him as like kind of demonic, but he's not like that at all.
Yeah, and we'll get into that later. But yeah, I mean, he comes off as that in his show, and that's all it is. It's all part of the act. Yeah. And it's like, so the first thing he did, I think, was the razor blades.
And I couldn't watch.
Man, that's a tough one to believe. It shows him swallowing the razor blades and then swallowing a string.
But then he shows him...
He supposedly puts the camera down there, and it shows on the screen the razor blades in his stomach.
Yeah.
It's an interesting act, and I have not figured out how that one's pulled off.
I know.
What are some other stunts? The dematerialization, they call that, where you pretty much just make someone disappear.
Yep.
What else did he do?
The rabbit, or not the rabbit, the
doves. The doves. That was a pretty cool one.
Yeah. Because, and like, we were talking about that. We're like, were they real? And like, there was like wranglers.
Yeah, there was a dove wrangler there.
Yeah, and one of them decided to do his own thing and just stay on the stage.
Got lost in the fog.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. He did. It was a river dove, like. So he didn't know where to go. He's like, So the little dove wrangler, whatever he was, had to go get him off the stage. So I think they were real, but.
Oh no, they were definitely real. And then his last trick was a levitation trick. Really cool.
That freaking blew my mind.
Oh, yeah. Mind freak, right?
Yeah.
Really cool levitation trick. Standing on a ladder and then going completely 90 or pretty much parallel with the ground and walking down the ladder that way. Really cool. And, that was the gist of the show. If you're ever out in Vegas, I definitely recommend it.
Yep.
You liked it. I liked it. Glad I finally got to go see it.
Yeah.
So then, after the show, we walked back to the room, right? Pretty much.
Did we?
I think so. Because it wasn't a long show or anything like that.
Yeah, we stopped at Paris and took some pictures, and that was about 9:30, and so we just headed back to the room. But
we were back to the room before 11 p.m. that night.
And see, that's what I mean. Like, we did Vegas backwards. So we did a lot of things during the day, and we got back to our room pretty early. Like, generally around 11 o'clock was... like, I think the earliest we were ever back, like 11.
Yeah, I think 11. That was about the average, honestly.
Yeah, 11 o'clock was our average, and then, honestly, the latest was our last night there, which we didn't plan on doing, but we stayed out, and that was like 1:30. Yep. But...
Sunday, our anniversary.
Yep.
Another day at the pool. Again, a really nice pool. I grabbed some food from the servers there. Sarah was relaxing, and I was working.
Don't make it sound like that. You choose to work.
I do. For sure. Like I said, I can't sit at the pool and do nothing. I just can't.
Yeah.
And, so like I said, that was our anniversary. We plan on going to a nicer dinner. So we decided to try the Wynn Buffet.
Yeah.
I read some reviews on it. And, people said, like an hour wait, maybe.
Even Google said that.
Yeah.
It said the average wait for peak times is an hour and 15 minutes.
Yep. So we didn't think we'd be waiting more than an hour, but we got there around 5:20.
Yep.
We Ubered there.
Yeah, because I was in heels.
Yeah, that was the first day we Ubered.
Yeah.
And got there around 5:20. We were in line for 2.5 hours before we got seated.
Yep. It was unreal.
It was.
Unreal.
And it's like, so I didn't realize, but you could have prepaid and paid $10 extra per person for priority seating, where you probably would have only had to have waited 20 30 minutes.
I guarantee not even 30 minutes.
But yeah, so we ended up waiting 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Finally got seated, and it was a standard buffet.
Yeah.
When I was there in 2012, we went to the buffet at the Rio. It was like $50 a person, and it was phenomenal.
Really?
All you can eat: lobster, crab, shrimp, all the seafood.
How much was this one?
This one was $70 per person. Didn't include any lobster.
Yeah.
It was just the standard buffet. You could have paid an additional $50 for, I think, one lobster tail.
That is, for one lobster tail? That's so dumb. But yeah, so we got all dressed up. We looked nice. I was in like a floor-length dress. It's like a spaghetti strap floor-length dress.
Mm-hmm.
Curled my hair. Still didn't put on any makeup. I'm still going the no makeup train.
Yeah.
And you know what, guys? I didn't even bring makeup with me. I brought face powder. It's like a shine control face powder because I get oily. But I was pretty proud of myself for walking around Vegas, even like nice looking. Like we looked nice 2 different times. And yeah, no makeup. But so yeah, we were both nicely dressed.
Yeah.
I was in heels. In a floor-length dress.
You were in heels until we got to the line.
Yeah, until we got to the line. I was like, well, I'm taking these off. Thank God I did.
Yep.
But yeah, my floor-length, I was standing on carpet. My floor-length dress was touching, and I was like, whatever. But yeah, that was pretty miserable waiting. I thought the food was good, but not $70 worth. I probably would have paid $40 max.
I didn't think the food was that great. So, I tried almost everything. The meat that I got was really dry, really overcooked in my opinion.
Wow.
The crab legs, I couldn't get a fresh batch to save my life.
Mine were really good. Mine were perfect. Yeah. Both of my batches.
Must be nice.
Yeah, but you even saw it, didn't you?
I did, and I was like, how'd you get that?
Yeah, I know.
And the sushi was a huge disappointment.
Yeah,
the sushi was
trash.
awful.
That was horrible.
Yeah, and it's like, that looked really good. I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah, because we love sushi.
Yep, and it was not good. And then the desserts, it's like, they looked phenomenal.
Yeah, they looked so fancy.
But they did not taste phenomenal.
Nope, they tasted like crap.
Yeah, so I was overall super disappointed. Not worth the wait, not worth the money.
Yeah.
If you're going to Vegas, try a different buffet.
Yeah, and apparently they don't take cash there.
Yeah, so that was another thing that we found out.
We thought we were getting like profiled, honestly.
Yeah, we found out real quick.
Because the waitress was weird. Like not like personality wise, but she was just treating us weird. And I don't know if you guys like look at our page or anything, but I look young. Like I'm 28 years old and I'm a mom.
And you get questioned all the time.
Yeah, and I'm like a fully functioning adult. And I have been for over 10 years.
Yes.
And yeah, so I don't know if that was it. Like she just thought we were young because she came up and mentioned like, you guys know how much this buffet is? And we're like, yeah. And then she did something. She like brought us a check over.
Yeah. So when I was up, I guess she put it in the middle of the table. I didn't even realize it was there. But she came by, she picked it up, opened it, and then set it down by Sierra. She didn't even set it by me. She set it down by Sierra.
Yeah.
So, okay, then I realized, okay, that's the check. That's great. But then, we kept eating, whatever. She came over, picked it up, opened it, and put it back down again.
Yeah, by you.
Yeah. No, this was still by you.
Was it by me?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was just the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is her deal? Like, does she think that we're children?
Yeah, well, and it was weird to begin because normally at a buffet you pay before you eat.
Yeah.
It's like the one at the Rio when we went to.
Yeah, you like pay at the register.
If you ever go to Golden Corral, you pay before you eat.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, so
but
they didn't make you do that.
Yeah, but then we were like looking at each other. I was like, does she like think that we're gonna like skip out on the bill here? Because like and especially now that I don't wear makeup, I look even younger. So it's kind of funny. I know people do the opposite. Like some people wear makeup to look younger. No, makeup makes me look like I'm my age. But so yeah, I was like, does she think that we like look young? And I forgot to pack a nice purse. Like all I brought was like one of those like side sling kind of fanny pack things.
Yeah, but if you're ever in Vegas, everybody has one.
Yeah, so that was no issue, but like when you try and look nice, it just kind of looked a little tacky.
Yeah.
But so I was like, is she like judging my Nautica freaking backpack sling right now? So it was just weird. And so when Eric was like getting his cash out, like counting your hundreds, like right in front of her, she's like, oh, we don't take cash. And I was like, are you joking me right now? Like she thinks, like at that point I was like, do you think our cash is fake? Like it was bad.
Yeah, she said supposedly they went cashless about 2 months ago, and we did a little bit more research into it, and I guess they are cashless now, and we found that out real quick, that a lot of things in Vegas are cashless. I was kind of taken back by that, because when I had gone previously, you could just, everything was cash.
Yeah,
But, like,
you would think that they would want things to be cash.
I mean, yes and no. I understand it makes things easier, it prevents theft, this and that, but like our hotel cannot use cash for anything.
Yeah, not even at the
You can use
market.
cash at the vending machine, maybe.
Actually, I don't think it took cash.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like downstairs, it was either credit card or charge to the room.
Yeah.
Outside at the pool bar, credit card or charge to the room. It was credit card or room charge for everything at our hotel.
Yeah.
And that's how it was for everything at the Wynn.
But that's what, like, because we tried to figure it out, and I tried to call afterward because I was immediately ticked.
Yeah.
And they were closed because they closed the restaurant at 9.
Yes.
Like taking service and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we left at like 9:30 or got back to our room at 9:30 because we Ubered back too.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yep.
we Ubered straight back home because we were just like freaking worn out by that point because like walking, being out in the sun all day at the pool and then standing in line for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that was definitely our quickest night, actually.
Yeah, but that was okay. Honestly, there was no like bad night there.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
But the Wynn is very pretty, has a very beautiful setup. I think Alaric will love it because you're going back for work.
Yeah, so coincidentally enough, I am actually headed back to Vegas for about 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Right outside
Starting
Vegas.
tomorrow.
Henderson, yeah. I leave tomorrow and, back and forth again. But
which is going to suck because now I have to be away from you because we've been together for 2 months straight?
Yeah, it's been about 2 months straight where I've been fortunate enough to spend so much time with Sierra and Alaric.
Yeah.
We got to go to Indiana for 3 weeks straight for my work, and Sierra and Alaric got to come with, and then I was able to work from home for a few weeks, and now I'm going back out to Vegas, though. But the good news is that probably in October that I'm going to have to spend a weekend there, and Sierra and Alaric will get to come spend 2 weeks with me out in Vegas.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so the Wynn is beautiful decorations, floral, colorful.
Yeah, the Wynn is one of your more upper class hotels.
Yeah. And then, so that was a good one.
Yep.
So moving on to Monday.
So Monday, right? We purchased this thing called the Go City Pass. If you don't
highly recommend.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, look into it, and we both recommend getting one. It was a great deal.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So
we got to do so many things.
We did it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days.
But again, before we go on, none of this is like sponsored or anything. We're just like talking about our experience. So we're not
for sure.
We're not sponsoring any of this, and we're not really getting any kind of credit, I guess, for any of these reviews. We had a great time and we want to tell you guys about it.
Yeah. But yep, again, we did it for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And since we did it for 3 days, we were actually able to get a premium show for free. So that was cool too.
So how much was the pass per person?
So the pass per person for the 3 days was $200 each.
Yeah. And this is goes back to, I told Eric he should be a freaking travel agent because he knows all of these hacks, or I don't even know what to call them. I don't know. I'm just small little country girl, but he's the one that found out about Orlando Informer. But so I'm never going back to Universal again without the Informer tickets.
Yep.
If you don't know what that is, look it up. But actually, don't look it up. You're not allowed to go. And then this Go City Pass, I would have never known. I was talking about this with you. I was like, I feel like everything we do, I'm like, oh, Amber and Eric would love this. My brother and sister-in-law, I'm like, we should do this with them someday.
Yeah, and I said that a few times too while we were there. I was like, man, I feel like Amber and Eric would like this a lot.
Yeah, and I'm like, but you know what? If it wasn't for you, we would go to Vegas and we'd be pissed at how much everything was. like expensive, because we would want to do everything that we got to do.
Yeah.
But it's all so expensive if you do it individually.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we did try to set like a budget for ourselves while we were out there. And honestly, we pretty much stayed within the budget minus our transportation. But that's a whole other story, right?
Yeah.
So this Go City Pass was awesome. It included like 35 different attractions. And I wish we could have got to do everything, but even planning it as best as we could, it's really hard to actually do everything on there.
I think we got pretty much...
We got done what we wanted to, for the most part. But something else that you have to realize with the Go City Pass, if you're interested, make sure you look at dates and availabilities, because it's like one thing I didn't realize was one of the shows that was included, it wasn't playing for the dates that we had to pass. So that was kind of disappointing, but, not a huge deal, because that I didn't get the pass because I wanted to go to that show.
True.
Yeah.
But the Chris Angel was not included in the
Chris
City
Angel
Pass.
was separate. Yeah, so Monday we woke up and we hit the road running.
Yeah.
We went to the MGM Grand and we did the Hunger Games exhibit.
That was really cool.
So the exhibit itself, nothing fancy. Kind of just walk through.
You get to see the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, the costumes are pretty neat. But
remember that virtual thing that I did? I had my...
Oh, yes.
I wish I knew what it was doing and I would have recorded it, because... So you stand in front of this camera, which I didn't know what I was doing. It has you, like, pick scenes. Yeah. 3 different scenes, and basically you're, like, creating this tribute to yourself. And I had my fanny pack slung, sideways over my shoulder and stuff, and I just stood there, and Eric came over to watch mine because he had finished his, so it shows like clips of the Hunger Games, and then it shows all the contestants, and they're all standing there looking like, their badass Hunger Games self, and then it shows me, I was like slumped over like...
Yeah, it was really funny.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I was so embarrassed. And there was only one other family there, and we just started dying laughing, and they looked at us like, what the heck?
Yeah.
That was funny, but
so at the end of the exhibit, really, really cool is you get to do archery practice with like the foam bolts on a digital screen, like a training screen. Targets pop up and you shoot it.
I went full flashbacks to basic training.
Yeah.
We did that crap with our M4s.
Yeah, but me and Sierra killed it.
We crushed it.
Yeah, we got 85% accuracy, so don't mess with us.
Yeah, and then Grandma to the right of us.
Oh my gosh.
It was literally... so the family next to us, there was a mom and dad.
2 kids and
2
Grandma.
Teenage kids, yeah, and like Grandma. And that was like her mom. Because she was the one... Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably going to be like that with your mom. Like when she gets old, I'm like, come over here. Like she was like guiding her along,
Uh-huh.
And they were doing so bad, and she looks over and she goes, "It's because of you, Grandma." So we were laughing so hard.
But so in all honesty, throughout the whole trip, that was actually probably the most fun that we had.
What?
Except for the very last thing we're going to mention. But
oh yeah,
the target practice was probably the most fun that we had. Was it not?
Like the active thing that we did.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
No, you said the most fun.
Target practice was the most fun that we had.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like active, like
activity?
No, just being active, like doing something like sports or something like that. But I mean, we did a bunch of other things.
Oh, for sure. And also we found out that Sierra looks a little like Natalie Dormer from the movie. So
yeah, Eric is being nice. I mean, I did in that picture. That was a little weird.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
That angle and the way that I was looking, I did. Eric.
If anybody's curious, shoot us a message and I'll post the photo.
Oh my gosh. So we were standing in line and they make you wait because you have to do like a green screen photo.
Yeah.
And so we were just standing there and Eric's like looking at me like with wide eyes. And I'm like, what are you staring at? He's like, you look just like her. And I was like, because she was like, there's a big poster behind me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I do.
It was funny.
But then we get home and we're watching Game of Thrones. And this is what's throwing me off because last week you posted the episode and we were only on you posted our podcast episode.
Yeah.
and we talked about Game of Thrones, and we said we were only on episode 5. Y'all, we're on season 4 now. So
we're trying to binge it every night, but at least an episode.
But yeah, so that girl, she plays
Marjorie. House Tyrell.
Yes, and I like when she first came on the show, I was like, oh, she's so pretty. Like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And then didn't even put 2 and 2 together. And then Eric's like, you look like her. And I'm like, yeah, but I only look like her when half her head's shaved. So, and she's blonde.
Yeah, that helps.
And the Hunger Games, but.
So after the Hunger Games exhibit, we walked over to New York, and we did the roller coaster.
Yep.
And
that was actually really fun.
Yeah, the roller coaster was fun. If you haven't done it, you have the time or anything like that, definitely another one that I recommend.
Yeah. But get this, though. So the Hunger Game exhibit was what, $40 a person?
Yeah, I think it was 45.
Yeah, $45 a person.
Yep.
And then the roller coaster
was like 17 or 20.
Yeah, per person.
Yep.
And this is all included in our city pass.
Yeah, and if you have it for multiple days,
yeah,
you can go back the next day and do it again. So
we wanted to, but we just didn't have time.
Yeah, we could have done the coaster, 3 days, and that would have been $60 a person right there.
Yeah.
But after New York, we walked down to the Link, right, the promenade there.
Yeah.
And we did the Link zip line.
Okay, so before I had Alaric, I was fearless, like literally. And like I would do anything. And like, sure, I had anxiety, but like things like that, like thrill stuff, I'm like, whatever, like, what am I going to do if I die? Like, I know that sounds bad, but it's like, what am I going to do about it,
Yeah.
And so when we were talking about going to Vegas, I was like, oh my gosh, you can jump off the Strat. I was like, I'm so doing that.
And that actually, it would have been included in our Go City Pass. Like that was an option for the premium one.
Yeah. And it would have been included. Yeah. So kind of free, but not really.
I mean, if you didn't, it was like $150.
Yeah. So
Sierra couldn't do it. She could barely do the zip line.
That's what, So when we were going up this like bizarre outdoor elevator, I was like shaking.
It was like an elevator that you find at like a construction site.
Yeah, it was weird. But I was like shaking, and Eric's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just scared. And yeah, I've noticed.
I don't like heights, and I was semi-okay with it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But the dude that was hooking me up, that was his first day.
I was going to say, it was a lot of these guys' first day.
And like they were instructing him, they're like, oh no, you got to tighten this more right here. And I'm like, you were just going to let me fall? Like,
there was like 3 or 4 people that came and checked on her, though. It was, they were making sure.
Shit. And they all ripped out my hair, though. Like every single one.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But how high do you think that was? I'm
going to say maybe close to 10 stories.
Okay. Yeah. So I used to be, like you said, fearless, didn't care. I was scared. Like, I couldn't even look at Eric, and he was, like, trying to tell me to calm down. But I knew, like, as soon as we started going, I would be okay. But, yeah, once we started going, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But thank God, okay?
Oh.
So.
Be warned here.
Yeah. So, thank God, I am a little bit lighter than most people because it was me and 2 other kids, like, legit kids that were like stuck in the back because like the heavier you are, I guess, like the faster you go.
Yeah.
So it took me forever to get down there. And
I was the second one, and I'm happy that I wasn't the first because I got to watch this too.
Yeah. So you get like rocked.
There's like these magnets that slow you down. So you hit the first magnet and you like slam into it.
Yeah,
and rock.
And you almost like it's almost like your feet hit the freaking zip line.
Yeah, and so that first magnet slows you down a little bit. You bump into a second magnet, slows you down a little bit, and then the third one completely stops it.
Yeah. But it's like a serious like jarring.
Yeah.
But I was so glad I got to see all of you do that. I was like, oh my, because if that would have happened, like if I hadn't seen that, I seriously would have probably peed. Like I would have thought it broke.
Yeah. So then after we got off the zip line, super convenient.
Yeah.
We were able to do the high roller Ferris wheel. And again, all this stuff is included in our city pass.
But I'm still trembling as we're walking down the stairs.
Yes. And right, the high roller Ferris wheel, you're in this big kind of glass and metal ball.
Yeah.
That goes up, like 600 feet, I think it is.
Yeah.
606 feet, something like that.
650?
Yeah.
Something
600
like
plus.
Yeah.
And it takes 30 minutes to go all the way around.
Yep.
And we got in and we start going up, and Sierra did not want to get out of her seat.
No, I didn't. I was sweating.
I was like, oh my gosh. But
I was sweating.
I guess she had seen the instance where it had broke down.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure a lot of you have seen that TikTok where it was literally tilting for like 2 hours. and it's like a glass sides, and people were literally sitting on the glass.
Yeah.
Because they had to. The gravity was shifting them, and they had to sit on the glass. So that's all I could think about the whole time.
Yeah.
But I eventually stood up, and it was
you eased yourself into it.
It was kind of perfect timing, because by the time I like convinced myself to stand up, we took a good selfie, and it had the Beatles love sign in the back.
Us. Yeah, really
between
good.
Us. Yeah. So it was like Eric, and then it said love, and then it was me.
Yeah.
And so that was cute. But
Yeah, so I mean the Ferris wheel was pretty good. I will say the pictures, because they take some pictures before, those were super expensive. They wanted like $60 for all 3 pictures, or 30 for one.
And they were cute.
Yeah, and we did the Hunger Games one, and that was only $15 for one picture, or 25 for all. So pictures for the high roller, rip off.
Yeah.
And then after that, we walked over to Bally's. We did the Real Bodies exhibit. I really wanted to do this because, like, I've seen this stuff before, and, like, I like, anatomy and science. Like, if you don't know, that was my original goal, was to go off and become an orthopedic surgeon, and that didn't happen.
That's okay.
So
you would have met me.
I know. Yeah. But yeah, so all that stuff really interests me.
Okay, babe, what do you want? To be a surgeon and make tons of money, or marry me?
We can make tons of money off this. We'll be fine. But yeah, so that was really cool, really interesting to see. I was happy that we got to go see that and
cool.
see Sierra pose like a bunch of the statues. So that was kind of fun too.
Wow, because I had also partook in my first night purchase. So I was a little high, not from the high roller.
And then after that, we waited a little bit. I think maybe we grabbed some dinner, and then we did the Paris Eiffel Tower.
Yep, that was so fun.
Yeah, that was really cool. Again, another super high up attraction.
Yeah.
But
for some reason, I was okay with that.
Yeah, you're in a caged area.
But as soon as we got up there, the Bellagio went off, and I thought it was thunder.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I looked at the girl in front of me. I was like, oh, and she's like, what? And
you're like, we need to leave.
Yeah, I was like, we gotta get down. And she's like, what? And I was like, that's thunder. And Eric's like, no, it's the Bellagio. Yep. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, once nighttime hits, the Bellagio does their fountain show every 15 minutes. So we were actually able to get like a perfect spot up on the Eiffel Tower to watch the Bellagio show at night.
Right above it.
And if you ever have the opportunity, highly recommend that as well. That was really nice.
Yep.
So we wrapped up our night after that. We walked back to our room. We stopped by Walgreens.
Dude, we went to Walgreens so much.
We did. And honestly, if you're going to be there for a long period of time, something I recommend is going to a Walmart, maybe doing an Instacart pickup, and getting some groceries, some food, snacks. Just have it brought to your room and bring it up.
You know what? Why didn't we do that?
Because it's like, we got free okay, another good thing about the Hilton, you get free water. So that always comes in handy. People always tend to have a problem staying hydrated in Vegas.
Yeah, that wasn't us though. We didn't drink hardly at all.
No,
alcohol.
We probably only had like 5 or 6 drinks the entire week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't even that. Well, the one was pretty strong.
Yeah, just one. But on our way back, I was being a little bit of a creeper because I saw this dude dressed up as Alan from The Hangover, and I was like, oh man, I've got to get a picture.
He was in Walgreens.
Yeah, he had, from Hangover 1, he had the outfit on, the white pants, the tan shirt, the man purse or satchel. Yeah, it was really funny.
He had the hair and the beard and everything.
He did.
And that was like, his hair and beard was natural. That was hilarious.
So then, what was it, Tuesday? We decided to do Fremont. And
Tuesday is the day that I lost it.
Well, Tuesday it caught up with Sierra, but we decided to walk down. We were going to walk all the way to Fremont, but we got to Denny's for breakfast, just something quick.
But Tuesday was also the hottest day.
It was.
And we started walking at 12:30 in the afternoon. And so zero shade.
Yep.
And it was 110. The actual temperature was 105, but the feel like temperature, I don't know what they call that, was 110. And I was dying. So that was awful.
Yeah. But, we made it. We got to Denny's, we grabbed a quick bite, and then being that it was our anniversary, we wanted to kind of do something a little cute, right? So we went to Coolsville Tattoo.
Our anniversary vacation.
Yeah. Coolsville Tattoo is this little pink tattoo shop that's pretty much walk-ins, and it says they're the home of the $10 tattoo. They've got a little board on their wall with 10, 20, 40, $60 and maybe even $80 kind of like flash art tattoos.
Yeah.
And since our son loves outer space and aliens and Sierra likes Area 51 and everything, she got a little $20 alien and I got a little $40 UFO in the same spot. So we got our matching tattoos.
Yep. So we've already got matching tattoos. We've got our thumbprints.
Yeah, we got that a week before we got married.
Yeah. So that was like on our dating anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the alien and the UFO.
Yep.
And that's kind of our plan. Like,
yeah, kind of whenever we go on our anniversaries or vacations, we're just going to do couples tattoos instead of t-shirts.
Yeah. Why not, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, so anytime that we go on definitely our anniversary trip, or I don't know, what do you think if we go on like a vacation with a lark? Do you think we should still get a tattoo?
I don't know. Maybe if somebody else comes and can watch him. Probably not a good idea to bring a lark into the tattoo shop.
Obviously not bring him in, but I was actually thinking the opposite. Like, if it's just us three, we can do it then, because like one of us could stay with him and do something else and you go get it. Like, we don't have to be present in the shop together per se. Because I mean, this one they wouldn't even let us back together.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us back at the same time, but it was also super quick.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what was I back there? 5 minutes?
5-10 minutes tops.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that, again, the guy, he's like, so what did he ask me? Oh, because I had the little autism tag, and he's like, someone in your family have autism? And I was like, yeah, my son. I said he's 1. And he said, I forget what else he said. I was like, no, I'm 28. And he was like, you look 19.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, nope.
From the tattoo shop, we wanted to do Fremont Street. And I wish we would have gone at night, because it would have been a much cooler experience for Sierra. But I'm still glad.
Liked it.
Yeah, I'm still glad that we went and we Ubered from the tattoo shop to the rest of Fremont Street.
We walked to a Walgreens. But it would have been really cool because they had these bikes, kind of like birds, you know, the scooters. They had bikes that you could rent, and they were kind of close to our hotel, and they only went through old Las Vegas, though. Yeah,
so like we finally found the locations map when we got into old Las Vegas, Fremont Street, and they only went to our hotel. It didn't go down towards the Luxor and Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, so that kind of stunk. Because that would have been really nice.
Yeah, but so something else we could have done with the Go City Pass was the Fremont walking tour, and we opted out of that. We just kind of saw everything, and then we went down to the Mob Museum all the way at the end. No, that's not all the way at the end, but the Mob Museum was pretty neat.
I feel like they could have condensed it.
Yeah, I mean, we spent probably an hour or so in there, and it's a little bit repetitive, but it's 3 stories.
They could have put it into one.
Probably.
2.
But it's neat because it's like they've got a little courthouse section that plays a short film.
That was cool.
Like, that was an actual courthouse, and like there was actual mobsters in there and had cases in there.
Yep.
So that's pretty neat. And then we couldn't go in it because they were having an event, but they had a speakeasy down below where like you had to have a password to get in and everything.
It changes every day.
Yep. But again, we weren't able to do that because they were having a private event down there.
Yeah.
So after Fremont Street, what did we do after that?
Oh, shoot. What did we do? We went back. It was something scheduled.
Oh, we stopped by El Cortez and we played the quarter slots.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had a bunch of quarters and like I wanted Sierra to play some slots. So we went to the El Cortez and we played the actual quarter slots. It's kind of just neat to do that. But unfortunately, the only type of machine they had there was video poker. And Sierra has no clue how to play video poker. So
I don't know how to play poker.
Yeah, that was kind of pointless, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
After the Mob Museum, we caught an Uber back to Senior Frogs because that was something else that was included. We had a $20 food or drink voucher per person. And again, I wish we'd known this Monday because you could use it every day. So that would have been another $60 per person right there.
Yep.
But the $20 food voucher, we grabbed some dinner. And after that, I think we called it another early night.
Well, kind of. Is that the night that I got sick?
Yeah.
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 That was bad.
Yeah, you had a burger from there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just didn't settle well.
It was like borderline food poisoning. So we had to... What hotel was that? We were like trying to walk back to our hotel, and we were at the...
So Senior Frogs is right at like Treasure Island.
Yeah.
It's in Treasure Island.
But then what hotel did we have to stop at?
Oh, Resorts World.
Yeah.
So,
and I wanted to go back to our hotel so bad. Like, I just felt so sick.
mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to go back so bad. But I literally, so like any hotel that you go in that has a casino, you have to go in the casino to find their bathroom.
Yeah.
So it was like, I literally could not leave the casino floor because I was just running back and forth to the bathrooms, which was so embarrassing because the attendants were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, don't need to see more frogs."
Yeah, I mean, we won't eat there again, but we'll go back for drinks.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, but we finally made it back to the hotel, and we
crashed.
Binged a few episodes of Game of Thrones before we crashed. So I think Wednesday was kind of a chill day. We probably could have packed a lot into Wednesday, but
we slept in.
Yeah, we did sleep in.
And then we didn't really even like get up and moving until 12, maybe even later.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But like we knew we were gonna have kind of a later night, I think. So we just stayed in, didn't really do much. Yeah, because I was sick the day before.
Yeah, we ended up hitting up Caesar's Palace and the shops there, and hit up Planet Hollywood for dinner in the Caesar's Palace shops.
Yeah.
So if you don't know,
that was chaos.
The Planet Hollywood restaurant is not inside the Planet Hollywood Hotel. That threw me off because I think we tried to go there Monday, and I was like, why is it not here?
Yeah.
But
Planet Hollywood, the food restaurant inside Caesar's Palace, that was pretty good.
Yeah, the food was good. We did get the chocolate comet shake. I was a little disappointed with that. I don't know if you were, but it didn't look anything like the picture.
It didn't look anything like the picture, but I still thought it tasted good, and I got pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So we walked around those shops.
Yep.
And we looked nice because that was the night that we were going to Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Beatles Love.
Yep.
So again, I got a little piece of chocolate, and I was baked.
Yeah, not only did you have a piece of chocolate, but
we
went to Señor Frog's before, and we each got a yard of the passion fruit daiquiris.
Yeah. So after I get food poisoning from Señor Frog's, I say we're never going there again, but we still had our $20 voucher to use.
Yeah.
And we got to use it on drinks, so we went and got a yard.
Yeah, so we each got a yard each, right?
And oh my God, she poured eight shots.
It was at least.
That's what she said. She said she poured 8 shots and they were not yards. They were probably a foot long.
I think everybody knows that it's not a yard.
Hey, I didn't know that. Not everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 4 shots each. So yeah, I was baked off my edible, and then I actually finished that drink because, like Eric said, I'm obsessed with this passion fruit stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, chill.
We carried the drinks to the show, and we were able to bring them into the show at Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil was at the Mirage, and I thought that this was a different Cirque du Soleil show because when I had gone back in 2014 or so, I remember it being Yellow Submarine. I'm like, that's what it was called, but I guess it was still called Love because it was the same exact show. But overall, I mean, still a good show.
Yeah, that was the night that I looked good.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't look like a mom that night.
No. That wraps up the Go City Pass for us.
Yep.
And, all in all, the Go City Pass, like I said, $200 per person right off the bat. So the Cirque du Soleil show by itself was like $150 per person. And then everything else that we did was like an additional $250 per person. So, roughly $400 per person, and the passes only cost $200 per person. And if you use these things to their full extent, easily, $1,000 per person's worth of attractions and stuff. So
yeah, totally worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely recommend it. Definitely look into it. I got ours off of Get Your Guide, but you can go on to the Go City app and get it from there as well.
And you know what? I found out Houston has one too.
Yeah, and you're looking into it already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we roll into Thursday. Thursday is our last full day there.
Let me just start off. I looked terrible. I was in shorts, like workout shorts, and
we matched. We wore our ACS shirts.
We did, but I didn't care what I looked like that day.
Yeah.
I didn't look cute. I had my hair in a ponytail, and my bangs were down.
Uh-huh.
I did not look cute.
Yeah, but I mean, we had completely...
We just thought we were just walking around that day.
Yeah, we got an Uber down to the M&M shop because we had to go to the M&M shop for Sierra.
Even though we talked about how bad they are for you.
Her mini M&Ms.
Yeah.
Yep. And in the Uber, I was like... The guy started talking about all these shows that he goes to with his wife and stuff. And I was like, dang, we've got a show tonight.
Yep.
Because when we were at Chris Angel on Saturday, he was like, for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be filming my new show, Chris Angels.
Magic with the Stars.
Magic with the Stars, yep. It airs October 22nd.
And we're on TV, guys.
Yeah. But we'll get to that. So,
as much as we can. We can't really talk about it too much.
So we got to the M&M store, did all that, and we kind of just, checked out some shops and stuff that day.
Went to the Coke store, Coca-Cola.
Yeah. That was another dispensary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so checked out a bunch of the shops, hit up the Miracle Mile again.
Went to Ocean One again. For a later lunch. Yep. And then we headed up to the Chris Angel Theater. Yep.
And
because it was first come, first serve.
Yeah. So this new show, really cool. It's because it's live filming, but it first come, first serve. So we got there like 4:30-ish, give or take. And I was like, okay, there's nobody up here.
Yeah. There was a few people. But
yeah, there was a few. But I ended up having to go downstairs to the box office to get tickets because the app wasn't working on my phone. So I did all that. Sierra was getting a little massage, a little hydro massage, and then she finished up, and then we went and waited. So this was the very first night that they had done their first recording, and it was supposed to open up at 6 o'clock or something.
6:30 was when they were going to let us in, and they said they were starting recording at 7.
Yeah.
I don't think we started recording until 8.
I don't even think they let us in until about 6:50.
No, it was after 7. It was 7:10.
Oh man, yeah. So they, first time doing it.
Let me actually look. Our picture okay, I guess you were right. The picture that we took was at 6:53.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, they let us in right around 6:50. It's okay. This was the first night that they'd done the show. They had no clue what was going on yet.
New staff, new protocols, all that.
And since we were first in line, we got some really great seats. We were 4th or 5th row back, right on the aisle.
Yep.
So super close to the stage.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
And we were right by the judges stand too.
Yes. So that was pretty cool too. But we got in there and we legit just got to see everything. The whole TV crew. How
they do it, how they film it.
Yeah. And so it's crazy how picky they get, right? TV crew were picking out nicely dressed people and putting them right behind where Chris Angel and the other judges were.
That's what I mean when I say I look like crap. I'm ticked that I looked like crap because we could have been right behind them.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I was in my t-shirt, my gym shorts, and my hair was in a ponytail. But
it's okay. It's okay.
And now I'm going to be on TV like that.
Yeah, So, the show's Chris Angel's Magic with the Stars. Really cool. The judges are Lonnie Love and Lance Burton.
And obviously Chris Angel.
Yeah, and obviously Chris Angel. And when Lonnie Love came down, she came down and her and Sierra grabbed each other's hand.
Yeah.
And then the cameraman came up and got in Sierra's face and she got in the camera's face like it was a college game day.
Pretty much. But whatever, they told us to be crazy and act excited. So I was like, oh, bet I'm on it.
Yeah. It's that is the energy that they want for for this filming.
And they probably would have been like, man, girl, you would have been perfect if you look nice.
Yeah. But like I said, really neat. And it was just really cool to see how they do everything. They did a lot of pickups, retakes,
Which made us feel good because who was the host?
So the host is Eddie Griffith.
Yeah.
And a really funny guy. And it's, if they had a technical issue or anything like that, he tried to keep the audience entertained.
But he messed up. And so that was nice to see professionals like that mess up. Because I get frustrated in here. Tonight we're not going off of a outline.
Right.
But normally we do, and I get so frustrated because I can't I don't know what it is. I have to kind of bullet points, but Eric reads word for word. I don't do that.
I can read word for word though and not make it sound scripted.
But I can't, and I just get confused. Yeah, the host, he was reading off a teleprompter and he messed up so many times. And
he was so funny. He was cussing. He's I can't see that shit. Make it bigger.
Yeah. But it was funny. It was a good time. That was probably the best time that we had, I think.
So that by far was, I think, our most favorite thing. And so this is supposed to be a 45-minute show. They in the first time they did it.
We didn't leave until what, midnight? Right before
11:30. Yeah. So we were there for over 4 hours.
Yeah. And it was crazy because they'd be like, all right, we're going to pick back up from right here and we need big applause. And we had to keep applauding.
Yeah.
And then at one point they recorded something and then they had folders on their
Yep.
desk, and then they recorded it again, and they're like, all right, perfect. And one girl came up, she's like, nope, actually run it back. We took the folders off. We got to put the folders back. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's so cool, though, to be able to see all of that happening right then, right there.
And honestly, Chris Angel is so nice.
Yeah, so this, you know.
Like, he is genuinely a nice
We
guy.
talked about his Mind Freak show and how it looks all satanic and whatnot, but outside of that show, he is very nice.
So nice.
Yeah, it's like he's super courteous to all of the staff. So
oh my gosh, yes, that was the sweetest thing.
Yeah, the show is going to be aired on the CW. It airs October 22nd. So make sure you tune in. You know, you might be able to catch us up there.
Yeah.
And all the filming staff for the CW, he was super nice with them.
Yep. Like this girl, like I don't know what she would have been, but she was walking around a lot.
Probably like an assistant producer or something.
And something happened. Oh, he spilled his drink at one point. He like picked up the ice himself, and he was like, "Hey, could you go get me another whatever?" And so she would like bring it back promptly, and he would always like, "All right, well, thank you." Just like so nice.
Yeah.
And then during like downtime, he was like, "All right, does anybody have any questions?"
Yeah, he was answering questions, and honestly, he probably would have gone on and answered all these questions, but
guarantee
the studio people were saying, "Okay, we gotta get going." Yep,
because he would have just kept going.
Yeah,
and then he talked about his kids and all that, and that was so sweet. And yeah, I think he's just genuinely a nice person, and I think his brother is too, because we actually talked to his brother pretty briefly, but I mean, they were busy and it was late as heck. Nobody expected to be there that late, but they're all very nice.
Mm-hmm. So. And just to quick get into the show, right? So the show is pretty much 2 stars, you know, actors, performers, anything, and they train with magicians to do tricks, and they
train with Chris Angel.
Yeah, and they do three different tricks, and they get judged based off their trick. So Sierra's a little jealous because I actually am going to be going to the show on August 29th and August 31st.
And now he knows to look nice, so he's probably going to be all spiffy.
No, I'm not. I'm going to wear my jeans and collared shirt.
Yeah.
I wish I had some ACS stuff that I could, he said, she said stuff that I had on the front, but I don't have anything, so it's a little unfortunate.
But yeah, so you get to go back and see it again, because they said they're doing different celebrities each time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and this is going to be the last week that they do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think his last episode's going to be September 2nd.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But obviously, so if you follow Chris Angel on Instagram or anything, he's talking about the show and he's talking about the recordings. So we're not like spoiling anything.
He wants people to talk about this. He wants this to be big.
Yeah.
You know, it costs a lot of money to film this and produce this.
But I don't really want to go into too much detail because it is his show.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not aired yet.
No.
It's, you know, not even the first episode. So don't want to give too many details about it, just out of respect for him as another creator. So.
But yeah, like I said, definitely tune in and see if you can catch us on there.
I guarantee we'll be on there.
We've said if it's not on there, if we're not on there, it's rigged.
Well, we have to be on there because they showed, at least once, they showed me, you know, touching hands with...
Yeah, but they don't have to put that in there.
I guarantee they would.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Friday was our day home.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so... Yeah, we walked... I was starving.
Oh, after that.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. So...
We were starving.
Yeah, like I said, we got out of there like 11:30. We weren't expecting it. Both starving, so we're walking back to the hotel. Yeah. And we stopped at Denny's again, you know, late night.
And I actually ate all my food.
Yep, grabbed a bite.
I ate all of it. I was so proud of myself. Yeah. I never do that. Like, I never finish food.
And this is the latest we stayed out, right? It was probably like 12:30, 1 o'clock when we were at Denny's.
Yes.
But so all the characters were out at this time. Thursday night, you know, you see friends carrying their drunk blackout friends.
Yeah.
It was funny. But it was a really, really good experience. You know, that kind of wrapped up the week for us. Friday, we slept in.
Sort of.
Yeah, we slept in. We packed up and got the Uber back to the airport.
God. And then I got super baked again.
Oh my God, yeah, we had one piece of chocolate left.
Shoot, well, it was like 1 and like a quarter. But I was so baked, you guys. Dude, it was bad. I don't even remember being at the airport. And like, we were trying to watch Game of Thrones, and like, eventually...
after you closed it, you're like, we're going to have to watch all that again.
Well, all of a sudden, I just paused it, and Eric's like, what are you doing? I was like, first of all, And we had been watching, like 45 minutes?
Well, we had watched the full episode.
Yeah. And so he's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, first of all, I didn't even realize that we're watching Game of Thrones right now. I have no idea what we just watched, so we're going to have to start that over at a later time.
Yeah, but, I mean, that about wraps it up. Had a straight through flight on the way home.
Yeah, and Nani brought Alaric to the airport.
Yeah.
And he was asleep, and so I didn't get him out of his car seat, but he was funny because he kind of woke up and it almost looked like he was like, am I dreaming? Like, because I was in the back with him, and then when we got home, he was excited to see us, and then
he saw Pop Pop.
Yep, and I was going to say, then 2 minutes later, he saw Pop Pop, and he's like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Wanted to go see Pop Pop.
Yep, it was like he didn't even care we were home.
Yeah, didn't
Sad.
spend a whole week with Pop Pop, and,
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, that was our Vegas trip. We had a blast. We plan on going back eventually,
I mean, obviously, you're going back tomorrow.
Right, but besides that, we still plan on going back at some point.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to talk to y'all, answer any questions you might have, give any more tips, recommendations. I will say, something that we did, and I wish we had done different, was all the Ubers.
Yeah.
Right.
Get the bus pass.
Yeah. So we Ubered. We probably spent close to $250 in Ubers. That includes to and from the airport.
Yeah, which was higher, and surge times are higher too.
Yes.
So our first night, we got really screwed on the airport.
Yeah, because we got in later, so we didn't get to leave the airport till like 9:30, and it was a $50 ride to our hotel. But on Friday, we left at like noon, and it was only a $15 ride from the hotel to the airport.
Because it wasn't a high.
Yeah. So, instead of Ubers while you're there, if you can't walk, again, we walked over 50 miles while we were there Friday to Friday. But there's this RTC, I think it is, bus. And you can buy this pass. It's $20 per person for the entire week. And it will take you from the welcome sign to Las Vegas all the way down to Fremont Street.
Yeah. Or if you're not there an entire week, it's, what, $8?
For a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
Yep.
Per person.
Yeah.
As many times as you want to go.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely recommend that. So again, if you're interested, feel free to reach out to us. You can hit us up on our Instagram at ACS Entertainment LLC. Message us on Facebook, whatever you want to do. But go ahead, click that link in our bio. You can catch up on the episodes. You can listen to all the good things that we've got to talk about. But we hope you enjoyed this episode. It definitely ran a little bit longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, we thought this was going to be a quick episode.
Yeah. Obviously, we just really enjoyed our time and wanted to share it with everybody.
And I'm glad that we did that, because a lot of people, I know like a good majority of people that like haven't ever left their kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was hard. Like, do not get me wrong, it was so hard. And then honestly, the first picture that your mom sent of Alaric, like, it might have just been the picture, but he looked like stressed.
Oh.
And I was like, like crushed my soul.
Yeah.
But I knew he was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're very fortunate that we can leave him with people because we do trust them that much.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't comfortable with them, like, obviously that would be a different story, but he's like obsessed with them. So yeah, it was nice that we were able to do that. And our Dallas trips were really nice. It was just really nice to like be a couple again and like really focus on each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we still do a good job with that, like every day, at night and stuff. And like when Alaric's in bed, or even just, we enjoy being parents. So, but it was really nice. So, but I feel like a lot of my friends or anyone that I've talked to, like, they haven't left their kids. And it's like, yes, it's hard. Clearly I had stress hives. It was hard, but honestly, it was so worth it. And we had a great time. Yeah. So I totally recommend it. I mean, if you can, do it.
For sure.
Yeah. Take baby steps though. We did.
Yeah.
So.
But we hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, kind of just a talk of our trip. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks again for joining us. And make sure you tune in next week for another new episode of He Said, She Said.